Today we're going to be cooking a mac and cheese with seasonal vegetables and a salsa dressing to go with it. So the ingredients we're using today, we've got some cooked pasta, we've got the salsa that I've already made, and we've got some offcuts of cheese. We've got some Cornish brie here, and we've got some Devonshire red as well. Just offcuts to use up in this recipe. We've got the vegetables that I've pre-blanched. We've got some Cornish asparagus, some carrots, and we've got equal quantities of flour and butter to make our roux. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our roux. So we've got our pan on, we've got our butter, as I say, equal quantities of butter and flour. We're just going to let the butter melt a little bit. As you can see, like I did with the veg demonstration, everything is ready to hand, mise en place. Everything is ready. Okay, once the butter's melted, we're going to add the flour. Just take it off because it's a little hot there. Just going to turn the heat down a little bit. Just going to cook the roux out. Once the roux is cooked out a little bit, we're going to slowly add some of the hot milk. A little bit at a time, stirring it all in. We don't really want to use a whisk, metal on metal in the pan if we can help it. Wooden spoon or Maurice or spatula as we go. So I'm starting off using a wooden spoon here. A bit more milk. Work it in as the milk heats up. By using cold milk, you will get more of a lumpy texture. Right, I'm going to turn the heat down now on the roux and the sauce. Now, it is now bechamel. It's quite a thick sauce. One of the most important things is cooking is to make sure you taste as you go. So we just want to taste this to make sure we can't taste flour anymore. Yep, so the flour taste is all gone, but it's all a nice, still thick consistency. That's what we want. And you can see it's nice and smooth. I haven't had to use a whisk. I've just worked the milk in. Right, now we're going to use our offcuts of cheese. So, and another point, on a classic bechamel, you would normally have a studded onion in with the milk. But I haven't done it this time, and I haven't added any salt and pepper at this point because the cheese is going to bring a lot of salt to the party. So we've got the first lot of cheese in. Just going to melt that all in. Lovely. Now at this point we want to make sure the heat's on low because we don't want the cheese to split. Now I'm going to put the offcuts of brie in. Now we're just working that together just to melt the cheese. Got a lovely colour from the red cheese. Just let the last of that brie melt in. But also it's nice to have some bits in there as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just test for seasoning again. Remember, we haven't put any salt or pepper in this at all. So I think that's lovely. We don't want to over salt it because obviously the cheese has got quite a bit of saltiness in it already. So there we go, there's our nice, now was a bechamel, now it's a Mornay sauce with the added cheese. Now we're going to add our pasta. So our macaroni pasta that's been cooked, put a little bit of turmeric in the water and a little touch of vegetable stock. Just going to gently, this pasta's been refreshed so it's cold. Just going to gently combine the sauce in that. We get a lovely sticky mixture. There's the base, lovely and creamy. So next we're going to cook the macaroni cheese again. So we've got a nice hot pan with a ring. We're just going to take a portion of the mac and cheese in the ring. You don't have to use a ring, this is just purely for service. Put it in the ring. I'm just going to leave it to cook a little bit in the ring. Turning it up a little bit. Just trying to get a little bit of colour on the bottom of the mac. Gonna lift that ring off now. This will just help us get a little bit of shape. We've got a nice little bit of colour on the top. This is what we want, nice little crispy bits. Okay, so let's put the mac and cheese onto the plate. Going to add our vegetables. So our ribbons of carrot. And our amazing in-season Cornish asparagus. And then we're just going to finish with a little bit of that salsa. The salsa will just give a little bit of acidity and just cut through the creaminess of the mac and cheese. And if we really want to be fancy, we can grab some thyme leaves, just some little leaves. In and around the dish. And then we go, Cornish mac and cheese.